Hate speech laws aren't used against everyone, they're used against British people, and they're used to try and silence us and stop us criticising government failure. That's what they're used for, or speaking out about the crimes by people imported into our nation by globalist agendas.
Keir Starmer left speechless as Tommy Robinson challenges him. Okay, you're not going to believe what just unfolded on live television. In a moment that no one saw coming, Labour leader Keir Starmer, usually calm, composed, unflappable, found himself completely caught off guard. And the person who did it, none other than Tommy Robinson, the ever-controversial figure who never shies away from confrontation. The exchange was fast, fiery, and raw, the kind of live moment that instantly lights up social media. And now, everyone's asking the same question. Did Starmer just lose control of the narrative? Or was this exactly what he wanted to happen? It all began during a heated discussion on a political talk program, one of those shows where tempers always seem to flare. The topic? Public trust, immigration, and the growing anger many voters feel toward the political establishment. Robinson came in hot, armed with a list of talking points that cut straight to the core of what millions of frustrated Britons have been saying online. He accused the political class, including Starmer, of living in a bubble and being completely disconnected from what ordinary people go through every single day. Starmer, seated across the table, initially tried to stay calm. You could see the practiced politician in him: measured tone, polite smile, firm gaze. But then Robinson pushed harder. He asked, point blank, "Keir, do you even listen to the people you claim to represent?" There was a brief pause, just 2 seconds, but enough for the tension to fill the room. Starmer hesitated, then started to respond, but Robinson cut in again, pressing him on specific policies that, according to him, hurt the very communities Labour says it supports. That's when it happened, the moment everyone's talking about. Keir Starmer leaned forward, clearly irritated, and said, "Tommy, you can't just throw accusations without facts." But Robinson fired back, "Facts? These are people's lives, Keir. Go out there and ask them yourself, they'll tell you how your decisions have failed them." The studio went silent. Even the host didn't dare interrupt. Within minutes of the broadcast ending, clips started flooding X, TikTok, and YouTube. Hashtags like #StarmerSpeechless and #TommyRobinsonLive began trending. Some viewers cheered, calling it a rare moment of truth in British politics. Others slammed the platform for even giving Robinson airtime, saying it risked fueling division. One comment that went viral read, "Starmer looked like a man who wasn't ready for real questions, only rehearsed ones." Another viewer wrote, "Say what you want about Tommy, but at least he speaks from the gut." But then, a completely different wave of responses came from Labour supporters, who saw things very differently. They argued that Starmer was ambushed, and that the whole setup was designed to provoke rather than debate. A senior Labour MP even told the BBC later that evening, "It's easy to shout. It's harder to lead. And Keir Starmer leads with principle, not with noise." Still, this wasn't just about a fiery TV moment. It spoke to something deeper: the growing frustration many voters feel with the political class. You can sense it, the fatigue, the distrust, the anger bubbling beneath the surface. People feel like they've been ignored for too long. And every time a politician dodges a question or gives a rehearsed answer, that frustration grows louder. That's why moments like this, spontaneous, raw, unscripted, cut through the noise. For Tommy Robinson, it was an opportunity to challenge the establishment head-on, to show viewers that he's unafraid of confrontation. For Keir Starmer, it was a test, a reminder that no matter how carefully you plan your message, real politics happens in the unexpected moments. Political analysts have since weighed in. One commentator told Sky News, "Starmer's biggest strength is control, but tonight, he lost it." And when a leader loses control on live TV, it sticks in the public's mind. Another added, "Robinson knew exactly what he was doing. He came prepared to provoke a reaction, and he got one." Meanwhile, behind the scenes, Labour strategists are said to be recalibrating how they handle such confrontations moving forward. After all, the next general election is looming, and the last thing Starmer's team wants is to appear out of touch, especially in a climate where political outsiders are gaining traction again. But here's what makes this whole moment so fascinating. Both men walked away claiming victory. Robinson posted shortly after, saying, "The people finally heard what they've been thinking all along." Starmer's camp, on the other hand, downplayed the incident, framing it as a politician keeping his composure under pressure. So, who really won? That depends on what you value: passion or poise. One thing is certain: this exchange has reignited the conversation around authenticity in politics. Voters are tired of polished statements and PR lines. They want raw honesty, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it gets messy. And that's exactly what this moment delivered. For better or worse, it showed us that no leader, no matter how powerful, is immune from being challenged, especially not in the age of viral media. As the dust settles, people are asking, was this a turning point for Keir Starmer? Or just another viral flash in the political cycle? Because if this is just the beginning, how much deeper does the frustration go? And more importantly, who will dare to challenge it next? Stay tuned for more political updates.